The late afternoon sun poured over the cracked concrete of the skatepark, coating the scuffed ramps and rusted rails in a golden haze. The air smelled faintly of hot metal, dust, and the tang of old spray paint. The distant sound of wheels grinding on rails mixed with the chatter of a few skaters scattered across the park. 19-year-old Aaliyah Brooks stood near the edge of the stair set, her board under her feet, her eyes fixed on the run she was about to take. She was tall, lean, and strong from years of skating, her dark curls tied back under a black cap, a loose hoodie draped over her shoulders. The skateboard in her possession wasn't just gear, it was part of her. A gift from her late father, who'd built it by hand, sanding the deck smooth and painting it with a bold red and black design. Aaliyah was focused, breathing slowly, her mind on the kickflip she'd been trying to land all week. But not everyone at the park was there to skate. Leaning against the chain-link fence were three men in their early 30s, watching her with a mix of mockery and malice. Vince, the ringleader, was tall, pale, and bald, with a jagged scar running across his cheek. Corey, wiry and twitchy, had a cigarette hanging from his lips, and Blake, the largest of the three, wore a faded biker vest. None of them had skateboards. They didn't belong here, and they knew it. Vince's voice carried across the park. "Well, would you look at that? Thought this was a skate park, not some street fashion photo shoot." Corey smirked. "Bet she don't even know half the tricks. Probably just here to look cute for Instagram." Blake chuckled. "Nah, man. Look at that board, no way she bought that herself. Probably paid for with some welfare handout." The words hit the air like a slap. Aaliyah didn't even have to turn around to know what they meant. She'd heard it before, the sly digs, the casual venom, all dressed up as jokes. But she wasn't about to give them the satisfaction of reacting. She pushed off, rolling toward the stairs, but the three stepped away from the fence and moved into her path, forcing her to stop short. Vince's smirk deepened. "Nice board," he said, his tone a deliberate insult. "Where'd you get it? 5-finger discount?" Aaliyah's eyes narrowed. "Move." Corey stepped around her, circling like a predator. "Oh, come on, sweetheart, we're just talking. You don't gotta get all angry. Unless, that's just your thing." Blake's chuckle was deep and ugly. "She's got that attitude. You know the type." The heat rose in Aaliyah's chest. "Give me space," she said firmly. But Corey reached forward and yanked the board right from under her foot. She stepped toward him, but Vince blocked her, his presence towering. Corey looked over the deck, spinning it in his hands. "This is real nice work. Paint job, smooth grip tape. Definitely too nice for you," he sneered. And before she could grab it back, Vince took it from him, raised it high, and snapped it clean over his knee. The sharp crack echoed across the skatepark, silencing the few onlookers. The two broken halves clattered to the ground at Aaliyah's feet. She stared down at them, her jaw tight, her throat burning. That board wasn't just wood and wheels, it was her father's last gift, the thing she kept in perfect condition for years. And now it was gone. Vince stepped closer, his breath sour. "Guess you'll have to go back to whatever corner you came from. Or maybe stick to something you people are good at." That's when another voice cut through the air, steady, low, and impossible to ignore. "You three must be real proud of yourselves." They turned. Walking toward them, bottle of water in hand, was Jason Statham. He was dressed in a fitted black t-shirt and jeans, his posture relaxed but his eyes locked onto them like a predator sizing up prey. He'd been on his way home from a workout when he saw what happened. "Who the hell are you?" Vince asked. Jason didn't blink. "Someone who doesn't like cowards. And that's all I see standing in front of me, 3 grown men, early 30s, picking on a 19-year-old girl because of the color of her skin. That's not just pathetic, it's disgusting." Blake puffed out his chest. "This isn't your business, mate." Jason took a slow step forward. "It is now." Vince moved first, lunging at him with a wild swing. Jason sidestepped smoothly, caught his wrist, and twisted it hard, sending him crashing into the rail. Corey rushed in next, but Jason hooked his arm under Corey's, spun him around, and flipped him onto the concrete with a thud. Blake hesitated, fists clenched, but Jason closed the gap, grabbed him by the vest, and slammed him back into the fence with a sharp jolt. It was over in seconds. None of them landed a single blow. Jason's voice stayed calm, even. "Pick up those pieces," he ordered, nodding at the broken skateboard. "And apologize." They scrambled to obey, muttering half-hearted apologies to Aaliyah before retreating, their bravado in tatters. Jason crouched beside her, handing her the splintered wood. "Sorry about your board. They won't be back." Aaliyah's voice was shaky but strong. "Thank you, they've been hanging around here for weeks." Jason gave her a reassuring pat on the shoulder. "Sometimes all it takes is one person standing up to them. Next time, you'll have your own way of doing it." He turned and walked away, disappearing into the city's glow as the sun dipped lower. Aaliyah stood there for a long moment, the broken pieces in her hands, feeling the sting of loss, but also the warmth of knowing there were still people willing to step into the fire for what's right. That day, the skate park felt different. Not just safer, but hers again.